Hey everyone, it's me. Who else would it be? Sorry I did not get this vlog up yesterday. I went out of town to go visit my mother, which I have been putting off because of life. I was supposed to visit her Thursday. That didn't happen. Friday, Lola got sick. So yesterday I went to visit her finally. And after I got home, I just was exhausted. And the last week has been just a roller coaster of emotions, and I think my body was just like, you need rest, girl. So here is the vlog today. I'm gonna try to have it up as soon as possible. So yeah, I don't even know where to begin other than it's 78 degrees today. It snowed this weekend. I don't know where all it snowed, but we're in the Panhandle area, kind of New Mexico, if that makes sense. And it snowed. It snowed a lot. It snowed the most it has snowed all winter, and it actually stuck for a while. So I was like, wow. And then today, the day before it started getting cold, it was 90 degrees. I always joke, as soon as people start talking about spring and summer and the trees are blossoming and people are talking about starting their gardens, I'm like, well, remember, there's going to be that Mother's Day, Easter, winter storm. And yeah, it was a little early this year. Who knows? We may still get more. The weather here is kind of crazy. And let's see. So I'm in my little spot, and I'm just like, don't come talk to me. No. Anyways, sorry. Somebody was like, a random guy was like, gonna talk to me. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm working. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know. So what happened with Lola? I'll get there first. Okay, so someone thought she was sick, had the doctors on, the vet on standby. We live in a small town, there's one vet. And they will come out to the house for certain things, for older dogs, for older people, stuff like that. And, in case Lola needed, like if she took a turn for the worse when things were happening, it was available. But at first I wasn't sure what was happening, but then, it turned out that there was an uncontrolled substance in her. And nobody that lives in the house, but somebody who was a guest of somebody who was living in the house, inadvertently drugged her. And we're not talking the green stuff, and I won't go into all the details here in a public forum, but we'll just say it was a crappy situation. And thankfully, she was able to, she's a fighter, I'll say that. And yeah, that situation has been dealt with now. And it's pretty much just Josh and I living in the house again. And there are ways that sucks, and there's ways that it doesn't. It's kind of like where we left off a year ago when all this started to happen. We still need to get the bus back, and I'm not exactly sure how that's happening right now. Basically, we just got to find somebody strong enough to steer the bus, and Josh's truck can pull it. But yeah, so we're kind of back at step one, I suppose, but I have better tools in my toolbox and more answers than originally with this situation. Like, I know what causes things. I kind of know when he has the brain seizures and his moods change. So I'm better equipped, and I know how to, for the most part, I know how to de-escalate when things happen. As you know, he has a traumatic brain injury from years ago, and then a few years ago he got COVID. He almost died. He was in the hospital for a few months. He got septic. Apparently that caused some kind of I really wish I would sit here and spell it out for you. I'm gonna see. I don't know. I don't want to look through my chart and look for the name, but it's a little bit like dementia. It has a lot of similar symptoms, side effects, I guess. With some memory loss. He has moments of lucidity, and then occasionally he will have moments where it makes no sense. Nothing that comes out of his mouth is true or real, and he does have a personality shift. And what happens is when he gets overworked, like overheated, stuff like that, it causes brain seizures, which is what happens. But once everything calms down and he's fine again, everything's fine. So the goal is to try to get him to take a nap when this happens, because it means his body is exhausted and tired and whatnot. So, and then there's the pancreatitis, the hernia. We've been working on it. Things are moving forward. We had an appointment in Albuquerque like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. I don't know, man. A week ago. Oh, wow. It feels like so much longer. You ever have that where just time seems to, like, it was only a week ago, but it seems like it was a month ago? And, yeah. So that's kind of what is happening here. I mean, it's not a lot, and you know, I got this. I can do this, and I'm not in a bad place right now. I'm really not. I'm glad Lola is still with us. I am glad she is a freaking fighter. You know, and like I said, in a lot of ways, I am glad it's Josh and I again. But like, also at the same time, it was kind of nice to have somebody there with him, that in case I couldn't do something, they could help him with, like doctor's appointments and whatnot. And also, like, I can't be everything, like, all the time. And I just wish he had more people to do stuff with here. Good, healthy, or not, you know what I mean? When I mean healthy, I mean people who aren't, like, doing stupid stuff. You know, people to do stuff outside with, people who partake in the same activities as him, you know, stuff like that. A guy to go fishing with more often, you know, just stuff I don't always do. Yes, I do go fishing sometimes, and yes, I do like to do outside stuff, but I'm not as limber as he is. You know, he can do a lot more climbing and jumping and go hike a lot longer than I can. He's more adventure than I am. I mean, I love going fishing, but he's always like climbing on the cliffs and like fishing at weird angles, and I just like to chill and sit in the chair and enjoy the water and the peacefulness. So, you know, and play disc golf, which I've offered to try to learn, but it's not the same as somebody who actually knows how to play disc golf. So, you know, people who don't drink, you know, stuff like that. And I just wish that we had a better support system. That's all I'm saying. Because even me, I have my friend Kat, who I hang out with a lot and talk to a lot, and I know I have other friends, but a lot of them are busy with their own stuff, everybody's busy with their own stuff, you know. My mom, she doesn't live here anymore. She's in the home in Clovis. I have to go visit her. I mean, I don't have to, but I'd like to go visit her. I wish I could visit her more. Right now, it's about every other week. I was trying for once a week, but again, life, and most of our appointments are in Albuquerque, not Clovis. Though I don't want her in a home in Albuquerque. And I don't want to drive that far to visit her once a week, twice a week. Clovis is good enough for me. It's only an hour away. If you drive faster, it's closer. Yeah, so, you know, and then dog rescue, which is something, okay, people ask me, what kind of hobbies do you have? And that's hard because, like, the things I consider hobbies, I don't think most people consider hobbies. Like, I like doing the driving for the dog stuff, for the dog transport. Now, remember, I don't get paid for that. And when I make payout, 10% goes to a rescue. This month was Paws and Claws, and I had said this in my members only too. Like, this month I didn't make payout. I was like $4 short of monthly payout. Like, I usually don't get monthly payouts. I usually get every other month. So I did donate to Paws and Claws here. It's a local rescue in our town, Tucumcari. They had a little bit of a parvo outbreak, so they had some vet bills. And I will try to remember to put a link to the Facebook page down below if you want to donate. There's also other stuff down below. One of my links in the description box, it says play game, feed shelter dogs. It's a game. It's a free game. You just play it once a day, and it actually sends food and treats to dogs in shelters and rescues across the U.S. You can pick which one you want to do or is closest to you. And, you know, there's a pay option, but it's free as well. So, you know, it's a nice little game. It actually does do what it says. It's called Treat. And, let's see, what was I going to say? I think I have a link now where, I don't know what I get if I refer people. I really don't, like extra spins or something. But yeah, you don't need to use my link. You can go check it out in the Google or Play Store, Apple Store, whatever service you have. It's called Treat, completely free to you, and actually helps dogs. So I think that's kind of cool. I try to play once a day. I try to make sure I play once a day. I do play games, like on my phone. I'm not like a gamer, but I do play games on my phone for money. If you guys have heard of Misplay, I have that link down below as well. I try to do the daily stuff that doesn't cost money, because, you know, you get extra points if you, like, buy in a game and stuff. But if you play this game for 30 minutes, you get points. And if you do this, download a new game and play. So I'm not, like, loyal to a lot of games. I know that's horrible. I'm not loyal to a lot of games, because once they stop paying, I stop playing. So I do enjoy to do that. I love listening to audiobooks. I do have Audible, the lowest plan. And then there's a ton of free books you unlock when you have the Audible service, as well as one book every other month is the plan I'm on. Libby, which is free through your local library, whichever way you say it. Sorry, I don't know. These are things I consider hobbies, and sleeping. YouTube is a hobby. One, watching videos, and two, making videos, because I don't get paid enough to consider it a job for myself. And even when I wasn't getting paid for YouTube, I was still making videos. Not as often, but I was still making videos. You know, it's been off and on. Like, in the beginning, I used to get paid, this was like 14 years ago, 12 years ago, so I don't remember. I got paid more. And then I lost my monetization for a while because I was inactive when I first moved to Tucumcari and was with my ex. But like 2 years ago, I got monetization again, and I've been able to keep it up. I don't, like I said, it's every 3 months to 2 months that I get a paycheck usually. Last month when I had that one video that went kind of viral a little bit, I guess, I don't know, over 10,000 views. I don't know if that's viral or not anymore. That month I got paid in 1 month. I was like, whoa. And thank you and hello to all you new members. You know, I keep my subscription low so people can afford it. I just like to have the extra layer of security for some things. And so those are like my hobbies. Yeah. And sleeping. I love sleeping. You know, trying different foods, listening to audiobooks, playing games for money, YouTube for money. No, I'm just kidding. It's not always for money. I love the connections I've made. I have friends that I've known forever on here. And like I said, dog rescue stuff. So, yeah, those are my hobbies. You know, I have been kind of looking to see if there is a gym in the next town where I visit my mom with a pool. Maybe with my insurance plan I get a free gym membership, but I don't know what gyms they are and what they include. And I know there's only 2 gyms here, and I know it's not either of those. And both of these gyms here are very small, not a lot of equipment, no pools, and they're like over $50 a month for that. And I'm just like, no. I can walk at home. I have weights at home. I'm good. I miss swimming. That is my thing. That is my thing. So believe me, if there was a gym with a pool here, I would probably be swimming at least 3 days a week. I'm a Pisces. Of course I'd be swimming. So yeah. Okay, that's a life update. So I'm going to get home. I'm going to upload this for you guys, and hopefully you can hear me okay. I haven't figured out what the deal is, why some people hear me fine and some people don't. So I guess that's it for now. So stay humble and stay kind and look out for the normal people. Laters.